Don and Scott, the meeting wrapped up early because two trustees, as you mentioned, did not show up. Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle. Without them, not enough board members were present to make official decisions.
My seat by 82%. Know this, I am gonna come through on a landslide just like Trump did. Know that I will be victorious.
In the quiet town of Dothan, Illinois, the drama surrounding self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard has reached a fever pitch, turning what should be a standard local government role into a saga straight out of a reality show. From financial scandals to public meltdowns, Henyard has managed to dominate headlines, leaving many residents questioning not just her leadership, but her motives. This is the story of a mayor who has positioned herself as the star of her own political drama, and the town caught in the crossfire.
Damn subjects, we are your bosses. We are the citizens of Dalton, and you will not continue to treat us like this because you are on the way.
Henyard, who boldly refers to herself as the super mayor of Dalton, has never shied away from the spotlight. Whether it's calling herself the people's mayor, SLS supervisor, or strutting into meetings late without explanation, she has a knack for making situations about herself. Her latest move is announcing her re-election bid with a kind of confidence that makes you wonder if she's living in a different reality than the rest of Dalton's residents. In a Facebook post, she addressed her supporters with flair, declaring, "Attention, attention, attention. I am running for re-election."
Since prevented Supervisor Tiffany Henyard from filing a vacancy on the board. So what is going on and why
To understand why Henyard's time in office has been so controversial, you have to start with the financial mess she's left in her wake. When she first took office, Dothan had a general fund balance of over $5 million. Fast forward a few years, and the town is now drowning in a deficit of more than $3 million. That's right. Millions of taxpayer dollars seemingly vanished under her watch. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who was hired to investigate Dalton's finances, uncovered a series of questionable expenses that have left residents scratching their heads. One particularly shocking revelation, a single day spending spree on Amazon that totaled over 400 Yes, you heard that correctly. 400 spent on Amazon in just one day. The details of what exactly was purchased remain unclear, but the lack of transparency has only added fuel to the fire. Critics have questioned whether Henyard is treating Dalton's budget like her personal shopping account, rather than a resource meant to serve the community. Every single resident, pay me what you owe. And that's just the beginning. The audit also revealed a pattern of high-value charges on the village's credit cards, many of which lacked proper documentation or approval, from purchases at retail stores to unexplained administrative costs. The spending seems to spiral out of control with no checks or balances in place. Residents are furious, and rightfully so. Where is this money? Growing, it's not going to fix our roads or improve our schools, one frustrated resident said during a fiery village meeting. Another resident added, it's like she thinks she's running her own business instead of serving the people. The accusations of mismanagement have left Dalton in financial turmoil, with public services suffering as a result. Vendors are refusing to fulfill orders because the village can't pay its bills, leading to situations where even basic supplies like paper and ink are unavailable in the village office.
Single resident. Pay me what you owe me.
But if you thought Henyard financial controversies were bad, wait until you hear about her leadership style. Picture this: a mayor who regularly storms into meetings late, dismisses legitimate concerns, and turns public forums into spectacle filler debates. That's Tiffany Henyard for you. At a recent board meeting, residents waited over 30 minutes for Henyard to show up, with some openly mocking her tardiness. "We just sacrificed 32 minutes for someone who doesn't care about our time," one resident said to applause. And when Henyard finally did arrive, she didn't apologize. Instead, she hit back at her critics, calling them disrespectful and accusing them of being fans obsessed with her. "A lot of you come to this mic talking about nothing," she said to Oblivious. "You're talking about Tiffany Henyard. That means your fans of mine want to show up to your scheduled board meetings. I don't care if you agree or disagree, but you must show up to say yes or no or vote." This combative approach has alienated not just residents, but also members of the village board. Trustees have accused Henyard of bypassing protocol and making unilateral decisions without consulting anyone. One of the most controversial examples of this was her recent appointment of Ronald Burge as Dalton's new police chief. The move was met with immediate backlash as Burge's state certification had expired, making him ineligible to serve the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board, even sent a letter declaring Burge unfit. But Henyard went ahead with the appointment anyway. The incident sparked a legal battle, further deepening the dysfunction within her administration. Trustees have described her leadership as chaotic and self-serving, with one even refusing compensation from the village in protest. But Henyard controversies aren't just limited to financial mismanagement and personal drama. Her leadership has also sparked allegations of retaliatory tactics against those who oppose her. According to several reports, Henyard has used her influence over local law enforcement to target critics and political adversaries. Former Dothan Police Chief Robert Collins, who was fired without board approval, claimed in a lawsuit that Henyard, "I'm going to be part of the circus," he said. "We just want to get some responsible adults, communication, and try to do the right thing by the citizens." Annually, Thornton Township has this turkey giveaway. So it isn't anything new, yet some trustees say that Supervisor Henyard is using this to deter criticism. Meanwhile, Henyard attempts to deflect criticism with publicized feel-good events such as her Thanksgiving turkey giveaways, which have drawn mixed reactions. While some residents appreciated the gesture, others saw it as a blatant distraction from the township's deeper issues. She's just trying to buy goodwill with turkeys while ignoring the real problems. One resident said even her critics couldn't deny the event's scale. Over 3,000 food baskets were distributed, but the timing left many skeptical. Trustees accused Henyard of using the giveaways to gloss over her failings, calling it a stunt to mask fiscal irresponsibility. The giveaways, they argued, were emblematic of her fiscal optics over substance. I got smoke, poor Cam. And hawks. I got smoked turkeys, while Henyard seems unfazed by the criticism. The residents of Dothan are anything but at public meetings. They've made their frustrations clear, calling for her resignation and demanding new leadership. One resident bluntly stated, "We aren't your subjects, we are your bosses. You will not continue to treat us like this." A resident echoed the sentiment, saying, "The clock is ticking. We're going to clean house in 2025. The anger is palpable. And it's not just coming from her critics. Even some of her former allies, like trustee Carmen Carlisle, have turned against her, accusing her administration of being disorganized and dishonest. Carlisle, once Henyard's assistant, now describes herself as a whistleblower, shedding light on what she calls the chaos of Henyard leadership. And then there's the drama surrounding Henyard's personal life. Her landlord recently filed an eviction lawsuit claiming that Henyard and her boyfriend haven't paid rent since August. The landlord alleges that the couple even changed the locks and garage code to prevent access to the property, while Henyard's lawyer disputes these claims. The lawsuit only adds to the long list of controversy surrounding her. It's a situation that has left many residents questioning how someone pulling in over $300 annually between her two political roles could fall behind on rent. She's her own villain, one commenter wrote online, summing up the sentiment of many Dalton residents. Another added, "I'm so glad she's not our mayor. We are awaiting Mayor Henyard to arrive. We will give another 5 minutes." Mayor Tiffany Henyard delayed the meeting with no explanation, yet despite all this, Henyard remains defiant. She has announced her re-election campaign with the confidence of someone who believes she's untouchable. Comparing herself to former President Donald Trump, she boldly declared, "Just like Trump, I'm coming in on a landslide." The claim appears completely disconnected from reality, given that approval ratings have sharply declined and the town's finances are in disarray. Trustee Jason House, one of Henyard's strongest critics, has launched his own mayoral campaign, promising transparency, fiscal responsibility, and a focus on addressing Dalton's real issues. For many residents, House represents a fresh start and an opportunity to move past the turmoil created under Henyard's leadership. As the 2025 election looms, the future of Dalton hangs in the balance. Will Henyard manage to defy the odds and secure a second term, or will the residents finally say, enough is enough? One thing is certain, the drama is far from over. From financial scandals to public feuds, Henyard's time as mayor has been anything but ordinary. But with a town yearning for stability and progress, the critical question remains: can Dalton afford another 4 years under the supermayor? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on this ongoing political saga.